Top right, we do have Foxer playing in yellow. I really dig that color. And the bottom left, we do have SortOf playing for Root. I think Foxer is playing for Berserker Esports. I'm not mistaken there. Yeah, sorry for the very late start here. A low energy start, but wasn't really excited about the first game, so I needed kind of to gather myself a little bit there. Yeah, things are gonna look a little bit more rosy though from this point of time here. Let's see what those players are gonna do here. SortOf again going for his standard opening here, and on the other side we're gonna see a Reaper expand, it seems. At least it's gonna be a 1-Rex expand here. And it's not gonna be second gas. Let's see how SortOf is kind of grinding recently. He's kind of trying to get really back into the game. And he's been playing a ton of cups. And apparently he's actually not doing that bad. He did, I think, a decent finish last week as well. And yeah. Let's see what we get here. Foxer, of course, like, is not... I guess he has never peaked as high as SortOf did, result-wise. But then again, there has been more tournaments in the past than there is recently, I want to say, like those DreamHacks and IMs and whatnot. They're still around, but not as many as you'd expect, right? Or like you'd have in 2016 when the game was kind of peaking, right? There was so many tournaments. Coming in with a Reaper here, trying to assassinate the first drone. It's gonna get nicely pulled back there by SortOf. Unfortunately for Foxer, the drone did bug out a little bit, so it was microable while it was flying, or got bumped basically. Hello Musti, thank you everybody for coming over. I hope you're gonna have some good time. We're gonna do some casting tonight. It's gonna be all English though, but please don't be afraid. Still gonna be good observing. Danke dir Musti für den Raid. Just in time to see the creme de la creme tonight here. See some high level plays. Alright, we're gonna get a 3cc opening here and a Hellion Banshee defensive style to try to control the map and be safe behind this. And we're gonna see most likely, well, I think Foxer really digs the Atrax. So this is something I'm kind of expecting to see here. But, I mean, he can always play into the late game as well if he wants to. We'll see what his plans are gonna be here. But yeah, after this Hellion, there can also be like a Helvet push with this, but I'm not expecting one of those. We're gonna see though what's gonna be made here as follow-up units. And how many production facilities and at what time we're gonna see. So far it's only gonna be tech lab, no extra barracks as of yet. Of course this can always also go into mech, but I don't know, there's no extra factories, there's gonna be another tech lab. Kinda wanna get, I don't know, maybe 2 reactors. Also, making Banshees doesn't work as good going into mech. It delays your mech quite a bit because you invest so much gas into those Banshees. So he tried to fake out a cloak, but actually the starport add-on wasn't even seen. So yeah, no false information being relayed here. I'm gonna try to pick off a queen here. It's gonna get a creep tumor instead. And the barracks was not seen as well, so there is no vision on the add-on, there's no vision on the stim being researched. And SortOf still needs to get his follow-up scout to know exactly if it's gonna be bio or a mech play behind this. He's gonna gamble though on buy. He's just gonna throw down a Baneling Nest. I mean, Baneling Nest is always a good thing to get. And we need to see these eBays start getting out those upgrades here. In a little bit. I'm gonna go up to 5 barracks as well. And so far, so this is always like a little bit of an interesting time. You basically, as a Terran, have a little bit of map control. You have a couple Banshees. You have a Hellion Reaper task force here. And this is and a few Marines sitting at home, maybe denying Overlord Scout. And this is where Foxer decides, alright, let's just make add-ons. So I can ramp up production when it's ready and really start to produce extra units. But this is also vulnerable. If he loses his task force here, his map control units, oh, he's gonna pick off a queen, it's a nice pick off, then it could be dangerous. SortOf, on the other hand, is gonna go for 4th base here. Gonna start and push back these Hellion Banshee. Oh, he's actually gonna pick off a Banshee here. Of course, no cloak means no possibility of escaping there. And a hatchery, a macro hatchery in the main base. So he's got a very Ling Bane heavy style here. A ton of overseers. This is kind of crazy. He already has 2 overseers with his queens. He's gonna morph another 2, 1 offensively, 1 defensively. Man, this Banshee's low. 5 health. And there we go, up to 8 racks here for our yellow Terran player, and we'll start to see the push soon. Let's see if he's gonna throw down a 4th command center with this, or if this is gonna go completely 3 base all in here. It sounds so weird to say this, right? 3 base all in. But yeah, if you don't transition out of this, you will be kind of all in. Maybe you can get another queen here. It's gonna get transfused here. Nicely done. Hellion Banshee is about to deplete here, about to kind of run out. There's only 1 tank yet, so very tank light at this point still. 2nd tank just finished here. Gonna pop out. And we do see extra depots, so no extra CC for now. And oh, he's gonna go full reactor here, so this is gonna be mass marine tank. And he's just gonna try to overwhelm. There we go, and throw down the 4th CC. So he's gonna try to kind of take this into a longer game. But the mid-game pressure, if this is not gonna hold up, this is kind of his insurance. You need to supply anyways. You just go throw down the 4th CC. It's not gonna cost that much. Oh, he did see these links, so that's gonna be good. He can kind of... He could even pull back behind the wall, but I think this should be enough Marines to just straight up fight that. Gonna get a deny on the CC though, and he's not gonna get cancelled. This is actually a kill, so that's a huge pick off here for SortOf. Beautifully done. Definitely a mistake there for Foxer. He did see those links. And he's gonna try and push through onto creep here. This is a lot of Banes, and he is very deep on creep. And a ton of links. All the tanks get demolished, so the anchor points are kind of reset here. 1 tank is still alive, excuse me. And he's gonna get saved and covered. 2nd tank is gonna join here, but this push it's not really that dangerous. Like, there's a ton of creep out. He sort of did a good job on spreading that. And the tank it's very fast though, from any point of danger. And yeah, if SortOf can kind of reset the army here over and over again, he's gonna have a good time. He's not gonna finish off the tank. It's a little bit of a waste, and he did commit very deep there out of creep. He's gonna lose maybe an overseer. Beautiful transfuse. He's gonna save those. Not that you need them currently. I'm gonna try to trade out some Ling Bane for some Marines here, but it's 16 Marines at a time. You need to be careful here, SortOf. You kind of need to overwhelm. You need to flank a little bit better. You can't just run in and off creep. Then that's where the Terran wants you, basically. And now this push is in a dangerous position. We're gonna start siege this base here, and SortOf is in a position where he needs to pull the trigger very soon, or he's gonna lose the base. He still has a little bit of time, but he's gonna decide to do so now. He does have a ton of units. He can overwhelm. He's gonna take out the tank here on the low ground. Both tanks did fall, and he's gonna clear out the high ground this here. But he cannot retake the low ground for now. This army has it's become very small though, and 2-2 is not done yet. The 4th CC did finish up. But things are not looking that great. There's no transition coming in, as I said earlier. There's no Ghost Academy. There's nothing really where you can go, maybe Liberators or anything. There's nothing coming on. And on the other side, 2-2 is even about to finish faster here. And we're gonna get the Hive in just a second, so this is gonna time out beautifully. And he can start immediately his 3-3 when the Hive is gonna be done. And there we go, second factory coming on, but this feels so late right now. The 4th CC of course did get killed once, and only landing now. So a good defense here by SortOf, and a little bit of a bungled attack there by Foxer. Especially the defense on his 4th command center here, which was completely killed by SortOf and not even cancelled. That was a big mistake. And this is kind of diminishing returning right now, where that mistake is gonna cost him at this current point, because he does not have the extra money he would have had earlier, and so his factory is delayed. He can not get the +3 armor, only gonna get attack. But lose so many marines here on the right side. He did lose a few units on the left as well. He's gonna even... There are some Hydras now. He shot his own Bane there. Unfortunate misclick there. Hydras are not gonna find the medevac, luckily here for Foxer. And he's just gonna throw down another command center and another starport. So we do have a double factory tank and double starport. Most likely gonna be some Liberator support. That's gonna be the plan here. Let's see how he really wants to play this into detail there. We're gonna see that. He still has this push kind of securing that forward. Trying to snipe some Banes here. It's not gonna find them. Oh my god. Almost full medevac getting sniped here. That was definitely a mistake here again by Foxer. A little bit too commit heavy or commit happy. And now he needs to scramble the defense here. There's a ton of banelings. He can just crush this. He needs to lift the RCC. There we go. That's a good lift. And so he can definitely have a base here immediately working again. He's gonna reinforce, but at the same time trying to go in the middle here, SortOf that is. SortOf is gonna kill the first base and it's gonna, well, not fight the second one. That was very good from Foxer actually, lifting that one up. If he wouldn't have lifted that, would have been a big mistake again. Throwing him back to 3 bases. Now he can kind of still go on and mine 4 bases, but he did lose 20 SCVs, so you kind of need to start remake some of those. Which I mean, 1 is not enough. And of course we'll see the Ghost Academy and the Fusion Core actually at the same time, so trying to go for both transitions here. Is he maybe going a little bit too fast into different tech? Like, this is too much at the same time. He did not have that much money, remember. If we take a look at the income, give me a second, there we go. SortOf has been out mining for vast majority of the game at this point. And I mean, Libs and Lib range and Ghosts at the same time with possibly cloaking. That's a ton of money. That's a ton of money, and you still kind of need to produce tanks. You also need to start producing some Marauders and Ghosts. That's so much money. Can you afford this? I don't think at this point. I mean, he's just resaturated his force base. He still needs to go on those gases. I mean, he has a ton of gas, but once you start making Ghosts and Libs at the same time, gas is gonna be scarce again. He does have a big tank count here in the middle. He never really stopped producing tanks, so this is a beautiful angle he has set up there. He kind of needs to reinforce that though, and he's also gonna be, well, under pressure on the left side here again, sort of setting up an attack again. There's no vision on the left side, so he kind of needs to fix that. He needs a sensor tower, or he needs some forward marines or anything to generate some vision. Now again, the attack is already there, and he needs to react when everything's already starting to burn and fall apart here. He's gonna try to pull a couple tanks in, they're gonna get sniped here, nothing to support those. The fuelings even make it into the natural base here, and things are kind of starting to fall apart a little bit here for Foxer. He still has his forward push, but now this can get broken. Most of these, even some of these units have been evacuated, and we do have SortOf also coming in from the north, completely wrecking this position. He's gonna kill off the last tank, and now he has the map control. He has the map, he has the map control, he has everything he wants. He is on what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases. One of them is a gold base. So he's mining so much money right now. And Fox is scrambling, man. He's trying to cook up another base, but the army did get reset, so all the tanks I was talking about, those 16 tanks, which I really loved, they kind of needed to spread out and get picked off, like, little by little here and there. And now they're gone. There's, what, 2 tanks maybe? 3 tanks. A couple liberators. So things are looking really grim here right now. 91 drones, wow. And we're going into lurkers at this point. Transition coming in here for SortOf is accumulating a bank as well. Oh, this could be a mistake here. He's trying to set up that base there in the north, but it's not gonna work out. And okay, so with these E-bays, is he gonna try to go into full turtle mode? The issue though is, I mean, he's making 5 marines, 1 ghost. He's not making the correct answers he needs right now. And SortOf just gonna say, alright, I have so much money, I can just push, I can just roll. I can just roll. Roll in. And GG. He's gonna take the game. That was a beautiful setup by Foxa. I really like that one. In the middle, but then he kind of got pulled apart by all these flanks and counterattacks that SortOf did set up there. It was a little bit unfortunate. I think the opening and early mid-game went very well for him. And then he kind of fell apart in the later mid-game to the late game there, to SortOf's aggression, counter-attacking. He almost pushed through though. You remember? There was this time where he was kind of sitting at the 3rd base of SortOf, and then if he manages to win that fight there and kind of destroy that base, he's gonna dislodge like 2 bases from SortOf in the south. You can just push down there with like a couple of reinforcements and start to kind of accumulate the push into the natural. But yeah, it was a very close one, I want to say, at that point. But after sort of like picked off the 4th base, right? Remember? While it was building, it was like halfway done and he kind of killed it. It wasn't even a cancel. So the issue there is basically all the timings Foxa had going on his side, like his transitional timings there with the double factory, the double starport, and eventually Liberator Range and Ghost Academy, right? Everything got delayed a lot by that one. It's like delayed like a minute to and into 2 minutes or something. And that's a big timing advantage and speed advantage there for SortOf. Alright, hop into the next map here. Thank you, by the way, everyone, for the follow. It's kind of cool to see SortOf getting really back into form though. But yeah, top left we do have Foxa, this is Amphion, and at the bottom left we do have SortOf. Yeah, it's kind of cool to see this guy getting really back into the grind and really starting to perform again. Been looking very good. I mean, Fox is not a slouch. He played a phenomenal game into the mid game there. And SortOf, he didn't even look phased. Like, he was a little bit under pressure, or in trouble there at his 3rd base at that one time. And the rest of the game, there was like no harassment going on. There was nothing. He allowed nothing. Completely smacked down all the drops trying to come from Foxa there. He tried to double prong, but everything was completely deflected. And then eventually crushes the position in the middle and takes the game from there. He's also, I agree, someone's saying he had a very nice surround, flanking with a secondary army, which was taking the 4th. Yeah, he came in, when he took the middle, he basically pulled back his army from the top as well. Whatever he had remaining there was only a few Hydras and Lynx, but it was enough to take out a couple of tanks and just kind of spread out the fire of those tanks, right? They are so bad if they get surrounded. Well, like comparatively, they are so much stronger when they can kind of shoot at the same area. It's not even close, the difference. It's so big. It's like an exponential difference. Yeah, SortOf definitely displaying some beautiful skill sets there. Showing off his macro, his mechanics, which he kind of was known for. And also showing that he still doesn't know how to engage, how to play, how to kind of crush an army. Beautiful stuff there. Really looking good, actually. And he has been, I want to say he's been playing some very good players, actually. I mean, Foxa is a very good player as well, right? But of course, Fox is not an as accomplished player as, let's say, Clem or something, right? So, let's actually have a look at what SortOf has been playing. I kind of want to see. I think he played some very strong players. Have a look at his matches here. I mean, there's nothing really going on right now. He's blocking the third position, yeah? He lost to Clem in Europe tonight. He won over Wayne, for example. Wayne has been on a tier recently. By the way, the Reaper tried to assassinate some stuff. He's not gonna find anything, I think. Oh, did he get a drone? I'm so sorry. I'm so focused on how good he is right now that he already lost a drone there. Then he lost to Moja, he lost to Astray, he lost to Skillers, he won over Azura, over Applejuice, over Skillers. That's the one I was thinking about. That was last week, actually. Gonna get the Reaper here. Did lose another drone, by the way. But yeah, so he won over Skillers in a 2-1 and very long games as well. So he's been actually kind of starting to really regain his groove. Skillers is on the very cusp of being one of the absolute top Protoss players in Europe for a while now. And he kind of had a little bit of his breakthrough this year, but now he's been looking like he's going into a tiny bit of a slump at this point. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just see how the people are gonna perform here. Skillers is also playing this cup. They could rematch if they both just make it super deep, but I think they're on the other sides of the bracket, so SortOf they could probably only meet in the finals or something. And then he played in, what did he also? He lost again to Estrella, to Mana, to Wayne there in the 2-1. He took a map of Rogue. In the 2-1 he lost there. He lost to DRG. Oh, he's been losing to the better ones, but he's been starting to pick off maps, right? And then like a best of 3 against Wayne, that's pretty good stuff. Wayne is a very good player right now. Kind of on the up and up there. It's been really grinding basically since April and playing a ton of games. So you can also see his stream, by the way. He's been streaming a lot as well. Double engineering bay here. And a Spire. I really love it. Get some Spire out on this map. Clear out those medivacs. Of course, this has not been seen yet. Third CC is gonna float over here. And yeah, we're looking to get another 8 ranks going, it seems here. Actually, if you... I mean... It's kind of difficult. Yeah, if you go 8 racks, you probably might want to take this as a forward. And then as a staging and push point. It's a difficult setup though. But I always liked when Terrans, if they go very aggressive, that they actually do push out with their expansions and try to kind of get like in your face, you know, have a natural progression point for those reinforcements through your own bases into the enemy area. And Foxa did see with the scan, I want to say, he gets some vision there. on the spire, so he's actually overcommitting a little bit too much onto those turrets. He made 6 turrets here. One is about to finish here, the last one. And there's only 6 meters. Is it even 6? Okay, it's 8 meters. Alright, we're gonna get a couple more here to reinforce. I hope SortOf's not just gonna fly them into the base here. I'm gonna take some damage. Oh, he's gonna make some more meters actually. He's even gonna commit to the upgrade here. So in the end then, I don't hate these turrets anymore. But yeah. I mean, SortOf of course is someone who's also known to really like to play mass meters in ZVT. To a fault at times. But I mean, you can always get faked out by a spire, right? Like have a spire there, make only 6 mutalisks. That's like something Dark really loves to do. Well, in the end here, these mass missile turrets are gonna play a good defensive role for Foxer. And he has some good positions actually set up with those. His natural, his rally point, all of his production is kind of kept safe. And he has one and a bunker filled with marines defending his third. And SortOf is gonna snipe a little bit of production down here. Gonna maybe get that turret. He's not gonna go for it. He's gonna kill the depot here. He needs to be careful though. The push is coming. It's at his front door. And he needs to kind of defend that as well. He's been only trying to kill off reinforcements. So finally going in with the meters. He's gonna pick off that last tank here. And now gonna rotate. Rotate again in. Been trading with marines, man. It's kind of crazy. Of course, we have been losing some meters here, SortOf. Oh, he's gonna kill off that turret. Now he can kind of run over to that natural whenever he wants to. But don't lose your meters at this point. And +1 meters is nice and all, but yeah, he's been losing 6. It's not that many actually, if you think about it. Been picking up a ton of stuff here, a ton of marines, 25 marines. Couple turrets, a depot, a couple of SCVs here, and he's gonna come in again with the meters completely healed up here, no problem. But this was anticipated, so now he's been just losing some meters, bleeding off some of those. Widowmine, drilling claws, alright. Tank's been stuck here for a while, that turret. And I don't think that one plays a role. Might. But the Widowmines should get out. 4th CC. It sort of's been growing behind this. Like the push just came back, it just turned around, it was too much. Apparently with those meters. And he tried to intercept those, but SortOf never really committed into kind of really going actually back. Been just growing his meter count, got +1 carapace at this point. And yeah, so at this point, I mean, if you're Foxer, you want to either get a Thor to support your push or your army. I guess Willow Mines are fine, but you need something to kind of push those away, right? Those meters. If they keep just picking off things around your base, it's still not a good thing. And kind of stimming a little bit too much here. I wonder how many medevacs we have at this point. It's only 3. It's been really skimping on that production out of the Stargate here. And there we go. A Thor is gonna complement the army here. It's gonna be good in conjunction with a medevac. Pick it up and boost around the base to defend here. But it's not gonna give you much staying power right now for the offensive here. There's already too many mutalisks. Even one Thor is not gonna do the trick here. And it feels this is a little bit slow again. So the timing, the tempo, everything's kind of going SortOf's way. He's going into a hive again. He does have the infestation pit already done, of course. He does have his 2-2 about to finish here. We already have +2 done and +3 on the way, of course, here for Foxer. This is a nice thing. Like his upgrades are looking good. But other than that, I feel like his overall army quality is not really doing him a favor here into the latest. The longer the game goes, it's gonna be much and much weaker. It's so marine heavy. It's like 80 marines or something. Let's have a look. It's only 69, but it's still so many marines. He still has those 6 halberds. They can be great, but yeah, 11 mines. That's cool and all. For one Thor, I don't know. You're gonna get him now to play defense here a little bit, but he's not getting out on the map. He has these positions set up. They are very hard to trade into. But do you want to give SortOf the map like that. Gets a hit there on the mutas with that Widow Mine. Gonna take out one of them. He does have one more random Widow Mine scattered here. Sort of is gonna see this one though. Oh. And he's gonna pick it off here. Or it can shoot. One Baneling did get left behind here. It's gonna get sniped. Yeah, creep is already there, man. This is your base, this is where the creep is. See? It's already there. And Mr. Bergman is just gonna transition into an Ultralisk Cavern. He did finish his +2 attack on fly. He's gonna go into +3 actually here. So he can, whenever he gets the Greater Spy, he can just make Brutals and then gonna hit like a truck as well. Gonna have +3 attack and melee attack and armor on the way here as well. It's gonna be later than the attack from Foxer, but it's gonna match his armor. Oh, this is a nice interception here, a little bit. And to push these mutas away, but yeah, again, Viking's gonna get sniped here. A little bit out of position. SortOf's muta micro is actually pretty good. You can tell he's been trying to practice mutas for a while now. He did open up this way, by the way, so he can expand even into this area if he wants to. He opened up all of these rocks here. Even over here, so this map is a completely different map at this point. He's even mining out this area, so you can kind of fast push into here and kill up all of these armies that Foxer might have wanted to set up behind those minerals. SortOf is even taking the top right, man. Such crazy stuff. There we go, first big fight here, finally gonna happen. These mutas have been picking away at Foxer for a while now. He's gonna get the torn, no, he's gonna get picked up here. Into the medevac, needs to get dropped down here again though, and SortOf needs to pull back. So this setup here, this defensive setup is very strong, but we need to go into more tech heavy units here. You need to kind of transition out of this low tier army here for Foxer. We need a ton of ghosts, we need a ton of liberators. At least one of the two, right? And I think you at this point you need the ghosts. You have 8 Ultralisks coming in. Vipers are always a threat. They can come in at any point. There's only one ghost so far. I mean, he looks cool and all, but one ghost is not gonna make the day against 8 Ultras. I mean, the defensive setup should be good enough. But yeah, I mean, SortOf can just go ahead and... This is kind of crazy. Is this gonna become planetary now and shoot at this? I wanna see it. Make a planetary. No, don't use your army. Make a planetary. You have high sec auto tracking on the way. Make a planetary. Ah, it's gonna be an orbital. I was so hyped. We do have the attack coming in here as well from SortOf in the middle there of the map, and some banelings coming from behind here. Beautiful setup there by our Swedish Zerg player, and he's gonna take out the space here. This is a lost position there for Foxer. This attack here on the right did get cleaned up though by the defenses that were already set up. And this was an expensive attack here. But if you're SortOf, you kind of want to start to clear out these debris here as well. Just put a few links on it and try to work on it. He's remaking some mutas again. SortOf is really taking the map right now. He has a hatchery everywhere. He needs to start mine out those bases which are further away. He really needs to get on that. For example, this one, he needs to start mine out. Trying to probe this base again onto the left as well. There's still a lot of commands. Oh, that was a beautiful mine shot. Oh my god, did you see all those Banes? Gonna get another good mine shot here, 4 kills. And that one, the Ultralisk being a traitor there to his family and his friends. SortOf is gonna mine out this thing? Are you sure? Where's you? Where? What? Aggressive drone. Gonna get picked off here. Now he's gonna try and mine out this place, huh? So you can kind of get a run in point there into the natural. And well, let's see if Foxer can defend this army again here though. This command set is gonna be picked off again. One Bane trying to do the trick. These Ultras, they are not good if they fight on their own. They're just gonna get killed, but the base was picked off, so goal is accomplished here. And SortOf has the 7k bank. It's not Foxer. He also did clear out the base over here on the right side, so I think this is the CC. It only floated over. So he's been kind of trying to starve out Foxer here. Foxer, this is the mining base for him, and he kind of is trying to retake this base as many times as he can, but it's very difficult right now. Because SortOf just comes in every time again, and there we go. Finally broke into the natural. He's gonna try and come onto the production there. Of course, the depot was killed, so he can kind of just push into the main here, into the production. Foxer trying to come back, but his army is kind of scattered and not really trading and being microed in every front. This makes it very difficult. And Lynx, Adrenaline Lynx, 3-3 inside the main base here. They are actually picking off everything so fast. And now SortOf can come in again at this base. Gonna pick off the Liberator here for free, and now he's gonna try to assassinate the command center as well. Is he gonna crash the Banes in? No, I don't think so. Gonna get the Medivac here, maybe. Ultra's gonna get sniped down. The Bane's trying to roll into those Marines. Is not gonna find the mark though, and Foxer is gonna keep this base. He's gonna keep the area, but everything's floating. Look at this. This is floating. This is floating. Like everything's kind of on fire. There's still Lynx in the main base. The production, all the add-ons have been reset here. 4 add-ons have been killed, and I want to say 3 of those have been reactors. So that's a ton of production time you're getting out of that. The tech is safe, but it feels like everything's kind of on fire here. And we still have a 6k, 2k bank here for SortOf. This is the perfect map for SortOf. Oh my god. I've never even considered this, but there's so many bases on this map. It's like the SortOf map. You can just make units for like hundreds of years. And throw away armies. He's gonna come again here with the Mutalisks, with Ultralisks, Banelings, trying to kill off the base here in the right as well. He might just find the CC. He's gonna take a ton of SCVs with him, and CC is gonna fall. And now we do have again Lynx and Ultralisks coming and pushing into the main base here. The Ultras are gonna stay in the natural, gonna take some depots with them. And Fox is gonna say, alright, F it, I'm gonna go ahead and take some of your stuff as well. Kills another base here with a Mutalisk, so CCs have been reduced more and more and more. And SortOf, he needs to come back eventually and finish off that one push, but he can also just like sacrifice 5 bases because he has like 17. He's gonna make a lot of Link Bane here, try to overwhelm this force. He still has like what, 30 Mutalisks? 27, excuse me. Oh, he's gonna lose some of them at least. Is he? Did he lose some? He lost one, oh my god. Try and defend the space here again, Foxer, but he's gonna lose another one now. Final push here on the bottom is gonna get stopped most likely by those Link Banes. Gonna pick it up though, everything into the Medivacs. Mutas are trying to come back here and put an end to this, a timer. Foxer is trying to retreat here behind the minerals. Beautiful position, but it's gonna be enough? I don't think so. Everything's gonna fall apart here, and SortOf's gonna take the game and the series 2-1. Beautiful stuff though, in some very good games here. Really love it.